needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive, though, but...
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys everything.
You gonna give them to him?
Putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family, and hurting my business. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company. I'm shopping and spending money living life.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back after new details surfaced about Floyd Mayweather's ongoing money issues, making it clear that even the richest athletes aren't immune to financial collapse when spending spirals out of control. He pointed out that bringing in millions doesn't excuse anyone from handling their obligations, especially taxes, referencing Mayweather's widely known battles with the IRS. Rogan made it clear that a flashy lifestyle without smart financial management can quickly turn into a serious downfall.
IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. taking legal action against Insider Incorporated adds a dramatic new chapter to the narrative surrounding his public persona. At the center of the defamation claim is a report that questions a reported $42 million real estate move tied to the boxing icon. According to the lawsuit, the publication is accused of deliberately misrepresenting details of Mayweather's business dealings, portraying him as misleading or overstating his financial status. If accurate, the alleged purchase of 62 properties would stand as one of the most notable single-investor real estate moves in recent years. However, the report disputes both the legitimacy of the transaction and how it was supposedly financed, placing Mayweather's credibility under intense scrutiny. Through this lawsuit, he appears determined to defend not just his legacy inside the ring, but also his image as a legitimate and calculated entrepreneur.
I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the question.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media.
Mayweather fires back by targeting what he believes is clear bias in the report, along with its failure to acknowledge what he calls concrete evidence. He insists his legal team provided Insider Incorporated with detailed documentation verifying the legitimacy of those property deals. According to him, that information was overlooked in favor of creating a more attention-grabbing narrative, and he highlights that this marks the very first time he has ever taken legal action against a media company. Mayweather makes it clear how serious he views the situation, and his firm stance shows a broader push to present himself as a responsible businessman who has been wrongly targeted by misleading reporting.
Reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
All right, one more toughie. So
Nothing is tough.
No? Okay.
After being in the sport of boxing, dealing with the sport of boxing, there's nothing that's tough.
Fair. So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. how do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well,
yet.
everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
What?
Okay, so I think we'll end with this one. When I spoke to you all last week, you were riding around Miami. You were looking to buy even more.
Yes.
Have you bought anything in the week since we last spoke?
I don't know. I was out in Miami for a while. We were looking at a few properties. I'm pretty sure for the...
Stephen A. Smith steps into the conversation and turns up the intensity even further. He draws attention to how unclear Mayweather's business operations can appear, noting that what the public believes doesn't always line up with reality. While he doesn't completely reject Mayweather's lawsuit, he makes it clear there could be much more going on behind the scenes than the bold headlines and staggering numbers suggest. His skepticism comes from a recurring pattern where Mayweather's ventures seem driven more by image and presentation than by strong business fundamentals. In the end, the message is clear: even though Mayweather promotes himself as a dominant force in business, the strength of those ventures might not stand up to close and careful scrutiny.
People getting laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind and get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got decisions.
50 Cent enters the discussion with cutting commentary that adds even more tension to the situation, drawing attention to what he sees as missing proof behind Mayweather's real estate claims. Rather than presenting solid documentation like signed agreements or verified financial records, Mayweather appears to be leaning heavily on legal action. To critics like 50 Cent, this tactic feels less like a search for the truth and more like a calculated distraction. The lawsuit starts to look like a show of dominance meant to silence opposition instead of providing clarity. In an environment where people are already skeptical about celebrity fortunes, these concerns connect strongly with an audience that is becoming more and more doubtful of the polished images they are presented with.
I can watch that in full, and as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather, and when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brands and everything with that, because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses, and people started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider, saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit, lost in the Southern District of New York, names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened, and suggests that there's a racial component to the report.
Mayweather often comes across calm and in control during interviews, carrying that signature confidence fans are used to seeing. But the moment the conversation shifts toward his finances, that composure starts to waver. His reluctance to offer clear numbers or detailed explanations, especially with bankruptcy rumors circulating, only adds more fuel to the fire. Instead of putting the speculation to rest, it ends up raising even more doubts. For someone in the public eye, image plays a powerful role, and once that carefully built perception begins to crack, a lack of openness can quickly speed up the decline.
Rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
That last statement was a fact. If that's bankrupt, I'm sure a lot of people want to live like that. I'd sell a few of them planes, especially if I was going bankrupt. But yeah, wouldn't be a bad lifestyle to have. Now, Floyd Mayweather isn't the most articulate person. He does not articulate himself the best. This has been well known throughout his career. He is a prize fighter. He is a master promoter. He is a great business person. Put him behind a microphone or have him articulate himself, he's not the best at it. So if you listen to that and y'all tell me if y'all got the same vibe I did, or if y'all think that I'm tripping, it sounds like he's running around a lot of shit. And it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you might be going bankrupt. But let's understand something real quick. If one of Floyd Mayweather's businesses, or if his business is going bankrupt, that does not mean that Floyd Mayweather himself is broke. That means that his business may be struggling. Oh yeah, his business may be struggling, and you can file for bankruptcy. I think it's 13 or 9, chapter 13.
Mayweather's insistence that he owes nothing in taxes stands in direct conflict with documented actions from the IRS. Claims of unpaid taxes carry serious weight, especially for someone who has built his brand around financial dominance and discipline. That contradiction puts pressure on the image he's long projected as an untouchable figure in the money game. When federal authorities are actively involved, the perception of total control begins to fade. Legal filings don't just echo the concerns of critics, they open the door to even deeper examination of his financial reality. The contrast between Mayweather's bold public persona and what can actually be verified is hard to ignore. Real estate is often presented as a cornerstone of lasting wealth, yet the details surrounding his rumored $400 million portfolio remain unclear. His statements may sound impressive, but they don't always match up with confirmed facts. As that gap continues to grow, it raises bigger questions about the foundation of his empire. Is it built on solid financial strategy, or is it a carefully constructed image meant to preserve the legacy he has spent years creating?
Aaron Mayweather 2. Go money green on him. Change it up. Change it up. Change it up. That's what we do. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what we did. I need everybody, all the fighters all around the world. MMA, boxing, follow this man right here. We getting the job done. Money, man.
Social media has become a battleground filled with clashing narratives, and for Mayweather the line between what's real and what's carefully managed is getting harder to define with each passing day. While the lawsuit may have been intended to quiet the criticism, it has instead sparked even more intense scrutiny and non-stop debate. Fans are no longer just questioning how legitimate his wealth really is, they are also starting to wonder what the true purpose behind the legal action might be. Rather than clearing things up, the move seems to add even more mystery to the story surrounding his financial empire.
Mayweather filed a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider over real estate deal report. Man, that's an expensive lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after a report by Business Insider journalist Daniel Geiger claimed that the 62-building Manhattan real estate portfolio that Mayweather announced he acquired never actually occurred. Geiger's report stated there was no evidence the sale was made. Mayweather's lawsuit claimed that Geiger refused to review documents of the deal, and it was an attempt by Geiger to publicly humiliate Mayweather. They embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation characterized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. Floyd Mayweather. You know damn well he did not write that. And why would he? You know, he's talking about himself in third person. That's just so cringe. Business Insider has provided a statement to front office sports saying, "We will vigorously defend against this meritless attempt to discredit our reporting and smear our reporter." So they aren't backing.
Inside the ring, Floyd Mayweather's perfect record and elite defensive mastery have cemented his legendary reputation. But outside the spotlight, his recent moves have stirred controversy. His bold assertion of owning over $400 million in real estate fell apart when public documents failed to back it up. The discovery left fans stunned and disappointed, raising questions about whether Mayweather is more focused on projecting an image of wealth and extravagance than being transparent about his true achievements.
For some odd reason, at the beginning of the year, Floyd Mayweather decided to tell us all that he bought a bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property. This is not an indictment on Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. He is one of the best boxers we've ever seen. Anybody who is privy to Floyd Mayweather's antics outside of the ring knows Floyd ain't bought no goddamn apartment buildings in no Upper Manhattan, bro. We knew that when he told us. I'm not sure who Floyd Mayweather thought he was fooling. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather outside of a boxing ring says savvy. I'm sorry. This is the same Floyd Mayweather that 50 Cent told he would donate $50,000 to the charity of his choice to read Harry Potter. He bought $400 million worth of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Come on, Floyd. The people who was living in them apartment buildings, the second they heard that Floyd Mayweather bought their building, they was on the phone with property management like, what really? I will pay $10,000 a month, but I won't pay $10,000 a month to a nigga. Floyd, you can't just do that with Upper Manhattan apartment buildings, bro. Tell lies like that about the projects, man. You gotta do that to the hood, man. Ain't nobody going for that shit in Upper Manhattan, Floyd. You should have knew better than that, my boy. But then again, you are Floyd Mayweather. Oh, man. Anybody with common